Well, good morning. Here it is. It's Tuesday morning. It's April, or excuse me, I don't know why I said April. It's November the 29th. I guess I'm confused this morning, but anyway, I certainly hope that you had a great Monday. Hope that you're doing well this morning, and ready to venture out and see what God has for us. I guess today it's supposed to get up, upper 60s and, possibly 70 degrees, but then the cold front's going to be coming through this afternoon and it's going to cool us off. But anyway, hope that you have a wonderful day. This morning, I want to share with you a devotion entitled Share Their Burden. In Job chapter 2, verse 13, it says, "Then they sat on the ground with him for 7 days and nights. No one said a word to Job, for they saw that his suffering was too great for words." In one day, Job's world literally fell apart. He lost everything that he held, dear to life, and then to make matters worse, he was struck with boils from head to toe. I had a boil one time, and that would not be very pleasant to go through. But as he sat in ashes and he scraped his boils with a piece of pottery, his wife managed to add insult to injury, and she said in Job 2:9, "Do you still hold fast to your integrity? Curse God and die." I mean, Job, he really needed some encouragement at this time. And then we read that, his three friends that came to visit him, and when they saw, his miserable condition and how he was covered in boils. I mean, they were so stunned that they just simply, they wept and they sat with him for 7 days, without even saying a word. And really, that was the perfect thing for them to do in that moment in time. The Bible tells us in Romans chapter 12, verse 15, "Rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep." Sometimes that's all we need to do. We should avoid, the easy answers and the cliches, when we're seeking to comfort, a suffering person. Sometimes what we say to them, can offend them, because, we didn't think it through. We try to be helpful, but we can instead end up, being hurtful and not really intend it, but we are. We say things like, "Well, I know how you feel," when, in reality, we really don't. Or, there's a reason for everything, when, the person that we're trying to comfort, they just clearly can't see one at that moment in time. And it certainly doesn't help to point out that, there's always someone worse off, when, there are also a lot of people who are better off. You see, that doesn't mean that there's no time for us to, share scripture or to pray with someone who's hurting. But, don't come in with, fast answers. Just go with them, go with them through what they're going through. Accompany them, be a companion to them. The Bible tells us in Galatians chapter 6, verse 2, it says, "Share each other's burdens, and in this way obey the law of Christ." When someone's suffering, sometimes really the best thing that we can do for them is to just simply be there for them. And I found that to be true in so many instances over the years, of going to just try to minister and be there for people in their time of hurt and their time of need. I don't always know the words to say, I do try to, before I go, I pray about it, and I pray, for God to, if there is something to say, to think it through and try to do that, because, it's even when you're going through, I've been through the loss of both my parents and my father-in-law, and other loved ones. But that time of grief and mourning, for everyone is a little bit different. And sometimes we really don't know exactly how they feel, even though it may be similar. And we just need to come alongside them and comfort them, just be there. Sometimes just knowing that somebody cared enough to come and just sit with you and to be with you and listen. I try to be a good listener, and I pray that we all would. Sometimes we just need to listen to what they have to say and try to comfort them the best way that we know how. And so anyway, hope that encourages you this morning. Hope you have a wonderful day on this Tuesday. Remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.